It's the time of the month where I give you the 40 spellings from the listening fill in the blanks, and that is appearing in the exam right now. But before we proceed, let's find out how is Pappu's preparation for the PT exam going on. Yes sir, I am doing a lot of PT exercises nowadays, so I am sure to clear the PT exam this time. Pappu is always preparing for the wrong kind of PTE. So let's put our focus back to the 40 spellings that I promised you every month, and this is a playlist that you can watch on our channel. Make sure you are thorough with the spellings, not only for this month but from the previous months as well, because we have observed a pattern that we have seen in our prediction files that many questions do get repeated from the previous months as well. So after all, it's all about spellings. If you don't get the spellings correct, so you will not get the marks. So hello everyone, I'm Anurag from Edutrainex PTE, and let's begin cracking on the 40 spellings for this month. Before that, hit the subscribe button and watch this video till the end. Keep your pen and paper ready or start typing in the comments because these are important spellings for your exam. But as usual, as I give you the spelling trick of the month, every month I give you a spelling trick that you can directly apply in the exam. So whenever, even if you don't know the spellings, you can still check and you can still apply the techniques using this knowledge. So for this month, I wanted to share with you the knowledge of the root words. What are root words? The words that stand alone, okay, stand alone, and then you combine the prefix, the suffix to make different words out of it. Okay, so that's what it means when you add it in the front and it in the back, you make new words. So see this example here. Comfort is the root word, and then when I add un at the beginning, it becomes uncomfort. Or if I add able in the end, comfortable or uncomfortable. Okay, so that's how we can combine different prefixes and suffixes to come up with new words. And if you know the root words, then combining the prefixes becomes rather easy. Another example, the root word is employ, and you see how many variations just from one word, one root word can come out. Employee, employer, employment, unemploy, unemployment. So we will see similar words in the exam questions as well. In the exam, spellings will be like that, where you can use this particular knowledge to guess the spelling even if you are not aware of that. That is the best part. Okay, so the first set of words will begin right now. Be ready with your typing, be ready with your pen and paper. I'll speak it up to you. The first one is accusation. When you put a blame on someone, you accuse someone of something, it is accusation. And this word is derived from accuse. So that's the root word, accusation. The second word is potentially. Potentially. Again, combination of potential as the root word and the suffix in the end. The third one is revoked. Revoked in the past tense. Okay, another verb suffix in the end that makes it a past tense. The fourth one is assaulted. Assaulted. Assault means hurting someone. And for the previous one, I didn't tell you the meaning. Revoke means if I give you access, if I'm taking it back, that means revoking. So this particular word was assaulted. The next one is pretty common, devastation. Devastating, devastation, all these are variation from devast. So devastation. The sixth one is related to earthquakes, tremors. Tremors. Okay, tremors are the vibrations that we feel when there is an earthquake or volcanic eruption. The next one is magnitude. Now again related to earthquakes and vibrations, what is the magnitude of the earthquake? How much? Intensity. So that's magnitude. The next one is very common word. We often use it. Reliable. Reliable. Okay, so you can rely on this video, and that makes it a reliable video. Something you can rely on. The ninth one is forgery. Forgery means faking something. Okay. Every now and then you see some posts on the social media talking to you about buy the PT certificate. That's absolute fake, absolute forgery. And the last one from the spelling 1 to 10 is perspective. Okay, my views, perspective. All right, now let's see how many you got it right. I am hoping that from the previous videos, if you have acquired the knowledge, you will be improving. Absolutely. So the first one is accusation. Accusation. There is no Z here, accusation. In some of the words, S sounds like Z. Okay, be careful with that. Remember it. Potentially was rather easy. Potentially. Li is the common adverb suffix that we used. So that's the same case. Potentially is an adverb here. Revoked, again revoke, and ed again is a common suffix that we use for past tense, ed and ing. Assaulted with a double S, assaulted. Try to break it down in these syllables that I am showing you. Okay, for the difficult words, for the words that you don't know, you will be able to crack most of them. And keep that a practice. Develop the technique. Let the patterns build in your mind. Okay, everything can be broken down into syllables and you can guess any spelling. Okay, there are exceptions in the English language. I'm not saying that, but yes, most of them can be used with proper technique. Fifth one was devastation. Okay, again, shan is a common suffix for nouns. Tremors, M-O-R, not M-O-U-R, tremors. Magnitude should have been easy. Magnitude, again a common suffix in the end. Tude, attitude, magnitude, fortitude. All those words will have this same suffix in the end. Reliable, okay, this should have been easy. Reliable. Okay, bul is also comfortable, BLE will come. Able, again BLE will come. So again, common pattern. Identify the patterns. Forgery. Okay, that was the ninth word. And last one, perspective. Okay, again, this is a common pattern for adjectives. Okay, determinative, perspective, irrespective, tiv, all the same patterns. Perspective, P-E-R-S. Okay, the sound of E is E. So that's why we use E in perspective. Okay, the sounds of the English will also help you to identify which words I have to use, which letters I have to use. Okay, time for the next batch. Okay, so time for the second set of words. Again, be ready with your pen and paper or your typing skills. So let's do the second round. The first one is excavation. Excavation is normally used when archaeologists are digging something, excavating things out from there. Excavation, excavating, excavation. The word here is excavation. The second one is pretty simple, sensitive. Sensitive skin, sensitive eyes, everything is sensitive. The third one is tremendous. Tremendous. Tremendous amount of something, huge amount of something. So it's an adjective, tremendous. Again, listen to the sound, what sound is coming out of the word and try to get the spellings right. The fourth one is oversight. Oversight. So if you are doing something, I am looking after you, I am maintaining an oversight on you. Oversight. The fifth one is simultaneously. Simultaneously. Again, I have seen this word before as well. Okay, a lot of times simultaneous, simultaneously, all these words have come very often. And not only in fill in the blanks, in other places as well. This word is very popular with the PT exam. The sixth one is recognition. Okay, so you will be recognized for your efforts. Recognition, again ending with shan, it's a noun. The seventh one is again an example of how to use words, root words. Unsurprisingly. Unsurprisingly. So something that doesn't surprise you. Unsurprisingly. The eighth one is apparently. Apparently means apparently it happened like that. Or something that is clear, apparent. Apparently, adverb. The ninth one is obese, fat, fatness, obese. And that's how it's pronounced, not obese, obese. The last one is fatigued. Okay, small sound of d in the end indicates it is past tense, fatigued. Okay, let's look at how you went ahead with these spellings. The first one was excavation. Easily can be broken down in these syllables, excavation. Okay, the A sound is changing because there are a lot of vowels here. Sensitive should have been easy for you, sensitive. The third one is tremendous. Again, dus or ous, famous, all those words are using these kind of suffix. Oversight is just combination of two words, over and sight. The fifth one was a repeat word, simultaneously. Mal, te, ne, us, li. Again, us is being used here. Ly we already know is for adverb. Okay, and then mul. U sound is a, as in umbrella. The sixth one is recognition. Recogni and shun, which is again a very common form of noun. Unsurprisingly, which type of word is this? This is an adverb. And see how many root words we have here, which is surprise, which is the root word. And then un is added in the front, li is added in the end, and also ing, unsurprisingly. So this particular part, surprise, is the part of the root word. The other things are suffixes and prefixes. The next one is apparently, again an adverb. So a lot of adverbs this time, a lot of past tenses this time, and a lot of plural verbs as well. So listen for the sound of S in the end. Listen for the sound of D in the end. Okay, don't just guess. It is present tense or singular. Apparently, apparently. Obese is spelled like these, obese. And fatigued, F-A-T-I-G-U-E-D. ED again indicates it's a past tense, fatigued. Like tongue, G-U-E. The same way G-U-E is used here, fatigued. Okay, let's do the next one, the next set of words, 21 to 30. Be ready? The first one again is a combination of the root word, the spelling trick that I shared with you. The first one is unemployment. Can you imagine? The same word I showed you before and the same word has appeared in the exam, unemployment. The second one is inaccurate. Something is accurate. Inaccurate makes it opposite, something that is not accurate. See how the root words, prefixes and suffixes are combined together to make new words. Third one is speculate. Speculate means guess and speculating about something. You're not sure, but you are just guessing. The fourth one is detective. Detective Sam or whoever detective policeman is. The fifth one is an economic word, depression. When the economy is not doing well, we call it as depression. The sixth one is obligated. Obligated, obligation, obligated. Okay, obliged. Everything relates to making it mandatory of following the rules. These are the obligations. I am obligated to follow the law. That's what obligated means. The next one is sheltering. Very easy word. We all know what shelter is. When we give shelter to someone, it's an act of sheltering. The eighth one is threatened. Threatened. You threaten someone and this one has again a sound of d in the end, indicating it's a past tense. Threatened. This is what you should be having your ears open for. the S sound in the end, the D sound in the end to indicate whether it's a plural or a past tense. Okay, next one is intensive. Intense, intensive, making it an adjective. Intensive effort, tremendous effort. And the last one is again similar, corrosive, again ending with the same suffix, corrosive, something that causes rustness or gets erosion, that's related to corrosion. Okay, so corrosion is also a word which is in the noun form. This one is corrosive, like acids are corrosive. If you put it on something, it will eat the metal. Corrosive. Okay, let's see the spellings now. I hope you have got so many concepts that I've been sharing in this video, and that's what we are going to apply. So the first one was rather easy, un, employ and meant. Now you see how we combine the root words with the prefixes and suffixes to get new words. Inaccurate, another prefix in the beginning, and accurate, accurate with a double C. Similar to that is speculate. Okay, speculate, single C. Remember the difference. This one should have been easy, detective, T-I-V-E. Okay, I-V-E is a common pattern for adjectives. See, so many are there. Intensive, corrosive, all are adjectives. Okay, the next one, again depression, depression with a double S and again S-I-O-N indicates it's a noun. Obligated, obligated or gate. You can combine G-A-T-E, gate and D, obligated. Sheltering, shelter you already know, put an ing in the end, that's it, sheltering. The next one was threatened. Threat is a word, threaten is also a word, and threatened in the past tense form, ed is added. Intensive should have been very easy, intensive, as simple as that. Corrosive with a double R, cor, O and again S-I-V-E, corrosive. Okay, so let's do the last batch and see, and I'm definitely hoping that you will get most of it right. Again, use the combination of the knowledge that we have acquired all this time. The first one is ultimately. Again, combination of so many prefixes and suffixes together. Ultimate, ultimately. Adverb. Finally, ultimately. The second one is frontiers. Frontiers. Like a frontier of war. Frontiers. Third one is the weather is warmer. Warmer. Something is warm. You say warm, warmer, warmest. So the third one was warmer. The fourth one should be easy, very common word. Variety. A variety of things. The fifth one is fortunately. Fortunate, fortunately. Another adverb ending with ly, fortunately. And this is also used as a linking word, a transition word to begin a sentence. Fortunately, I was there. Fortunately, I got so much marks in the exam. So luckily. The next one is vulnerable. Vulnerable is something that is very prone to danger or security. Vulnerable to something. Vulnerable. The next one is descendant. A descendant from the ancestors. Where you descend from, the root word is descend, descendant. Noun. The ninth one is resistance. Okay, you resist something. Again, the root word is resist, resistance. Again, noun. The last one is also a noun, reproduction. Break it, reproduction. Very easy. Okay, now let's look at the spellings of these words that we discussed. Ultimately. Okay, mately. Frontiers is like front and ears, I-E-R-S. Okay, very common pattern again. Warmer should have been easy for you, warmer. variety, like this, variety. Fortunate, fortunately, fortune. These are similar words. So if you know one word, you should be able to crack the other ones as well. Fortune, and then chili. Fortunate. If I put another bar here, fortunately. The next one is vulnerable, vulnerable. See, again, I told you BL is again used in the end. ABLE or BLE will be found in a lot of places. Vulnerable. The second one is, the seventh one is descendant. Descendant. Descend is a word right from here till here. Descend ant. Okay, descendant. No either. Descendant. Resistance. Resistance. Okay, CE. Resistance. Resistant. You remove CE, you put a T there. It becomes resistance. And the last one was reproduction. Reproduction. Or you can say reproduction. Reproduction. Okay, there is not two T's, just one T's. Reproduction. Alright, so now we have completed. Now we'll see some live examples from this particular month. How these words, if they appear to you in the exam, are you able to crack it or not? Okay, this particular sentence or this particular paragraph has 4 words, 4 blanks, and that's what you need to crack. The next example will be a little bigger. So that's how you get in the exam some variation of questions, some bigger, some smaller. Okay, so there's no fixed criteria. Let's hear to the recording properly. I'm sure you will be getting full marks in this one.
Popular ride-sharing firm Uber has had its license to operate in London revoked in a surprise move by the city's regulator. There were multiple reasons for the decision. TfL cited the company's approach to reporting criminal offences. In August, a senior officer within London's Metropolitan Police Service wrote to TfL about Uber's slowness to report a passenger's accusation that her driver had sexually assaulted her. TfL said it was also concerned about how Uber obtained medical certificates and criminal records checks for drivers. The straw that broke the camel's back may have been the company's Greyball software and internal application that Uber may have used to block regulators' oversight of the Uber app.
The words we did just now, and they were used in the actual exam question. Just in one question, these words were repeated. Okay, these are some of peculiar words for some people because there are double C in the spelling, accusation, double S over here, revoked we already did, and oversight is a common word. Again, just combining 2 words. If you know the spelling of these words, and if you also know the technique to combine the prefix, root word and suffix, you will be able to solve the other questions as well, which has some unknown words. Okay, let's do the next question quickly. This is what I said. It will be a bigger question. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blanks. See how much marks you can get easily just by knowing the correct spellings and also your listening skills. Listen properly.
It's not easy being yellow. Bananas now face 2 separate fungal epidemics, which threaten to pluck the fruit off of our tables. Fortunately, researchers have now sequenced banana DNA, producing the genome of a banana variety that may hold the secret to defeating the diseases. The report is in the journal Nature. Today, half of all bananas, including the ones you probably buy, belong to the Cavendish variety whose popularity stems in part from having no seeds. But this trait also removes sexual reproduction from the equation. The bananas are thus all genetically identical and identically vulnerable to the 2 fungal epidemics, Panama disease and black leaf streak disease. Researchers sequenced the genome of a banana variety called DH Pahang, whose genes contributed to the Cavendish. While the genome shows where this fruit fits in the history of plant evolution, it could also help researchers understand why DH Pahang, unlike its descendant, is resistant to the funguses behind both Panama and black leaf streak disease. Knowing the genes responsible for this resistance could help breeders create stronger, more resistant bananas, which has a lot of appeal.
Okay, now the question is over, the audio is over. Let's see how many you got it right. All of the words we did just now. See, the first one was fortunately. And I told you this can be used as a linking word, transition word, variety, reproduction, vulnerable, contributed, descendant, and resistance. Okay, now just going back to a little bit about the grammar part. If you have trouble listening to the words, like you see, it was revoke or revoked, then you can see the words that are mentioned here. Had indicates that it is mentioned in the past tense. So, and this is also kind of in a passive voice. By the city regulator is coming in the end. The subject is coming in the end, indicating that we need to use a verb 3 here. So grammar can also help you. Now moving back to the concept of spellings, which is the most important thing for this particular aspect. What I want you guys to do is go to the channel and search for the 10 ultimate spelling tricks, which may also appear either side over here. And then you should watch that particular video. I've shared all the spelling tricks that are useful in the exam. So if you encounter any difficult words, difficult spelling, you will still be able to crack it applying those techniques. So it's all about techniques. English language is nothing but techniques. Grammar techniques, spelling techniques, vocabulary techniques, everything can be built up. Okay. Rome was not built in a day, but we can also do the similar achievement in the exam by putting our deliberate efforts. Keep watching Edutrainex and I'll soon be back with another super informative video on PT topics. See you soon.